Here, 10 problems are solved for 6th standard Navodaya examinations. Subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. Let us start the video. First question. On simplification of 20 multiplied by 20 plus bracket starts 120 divided by 50 negative 30 negative 2 multiplied by 5. Then we get 420, 404, 400 and 540. For this type of problems, we must follow BODMAS. B stands for brackets, O of D division, M multiplication, A addition and S subtraction. Therefore, we simplify inside the bracket first and start with 2 multiplied by 5. It becomes 20 multiplied by 20, 400 plus inside the bracket 120 divided by 50 negative 30 negative 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. All the brackets closed. Then 400 plus bracket 120 divided by 50 negative 30 negative 10 is 20. Next 400 plus 120 divided by 50 negative 20 is 30. And next step is 400 plus 120 divided by 30 is 4 and it becomes 404. So correct option is B, 404. Second question. 10 centimeter is expressed in kilometers as 0.0001 kilometer, 0.001 kilometer, 0.01 kilometer and 0.1 kilometer. Here we are going to convert centimeters into kilometers. Centimeter, meters and kilometers are different units for distance. 1000 meters make 1 kilometer, where 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. We can write it as 1000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer, and 1 meter will become 0.001 kilometer. And 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters also. So we can write 100 centimeters is equal to 0.001 kilometer. Then 1 centimeter becomes 0.00001 kilometer, where 10 centimeters become 10 multiplied by 0.00001 kilometer, that is equal to 0.0001 kilometers. So correct option is A, 0.0001 kilometers. Third question. The sum of two numbers is 10 and their product is 16. What is the sum of their reciprocals? Options 5 by 9, 8 by 5, 9 by 5 and 5 by 8. We have two numbers. Let them be x and y. The sum of x and y is 10 and the product is 16. We write the reciprocals as 1 by x and 1 by y. We find out their sum. We take the LCM of x and y, it becomes xy. In the numerator, it becomes y plus x. Y plus x or x plus y is equal to 10 and the product is 16. So on simplification, it becomes 2 5s are, 2 8s are. So it is 5 by 8 and the correct option is D, 5 by 8. Fourth question. 240 gram is what percent of 2 kgs? Options 12%, 6%, 10% and 24%. We know that 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams and 2 kgs will make 2000 grams. Here in the problem, for 2000 grams it is 240 grams and for 100 grams it is how much? We write it as 240 multiplied by 100 upon 2000. On simplification, it becomes 12. So correct option is A, 12%. Fifth question. The difference between the greatest and the smallest 5-digit number using all digits 45906 is 55791, 55971, 17955 and 19755. We must find out the difference. So first of all we write the biggest and the smallest numbers. For biggest number we start with the biggest digit, that is 9. Next go with 6, then 5, 4 and 0. This is the biggest number. And the smallest number starts with a smaller digit, that is 4. Next comes 0, then in the increasing order 5, 6, 9. So difference is 17955. So it is option B, 55971. Sixth question. The difference between the cost price and the selling price of a commodity is rupees 120. If the profit is 10%, then the selling price is rupees 1200, 1300, 1320 and 1220. Here we must find out the selling price. Selling price is the sum of the cost price and the profit. So let the cost price be X and selling price becomes X plus 120. 120 is the profit. We have a formula for cost price, that is cost price is equal to 100 multiplied by profit over rate. So it is 100 multiplied by 120 divided by 10. It becomes 1200, that is the cost price of the commodity. Then selling price is the sum of the cost price and the profit. Cost price is 1200 and profit is 120, it becomes 1320. So correct option is C, 1320. Seventh question. How many rectangular tiles of dimensions 12 cm multiplied by 8 cm are required to cover the floor of a hall having dimensions of 15 meters multiplied by 10 meters? Options 10625, 5625, 11625 and 15625. Here we have a floor of a hall of rectangular shape of the dimension 15 meters and 10 meters. And the tiles of the dimension 12 centimeters and 8 centimeters must cover the whole floor. How many such tiles are required here? We have to calculate. Dimensions of the hall is given in meters and the tiles is given in centimeters. So we must convert meters into centimeters first, and we know that 1 meters is equal to 100 centimeters and 15 meters become 100 into 15 centimeters and 10 meters 100 into 10 centimeters. And we know that area is the product of length and breadth. First we write the area of the floor of the hall. It is 100 into 15 into 100 into 10 square centimeters. Area of each tiles is 12 into 8 square centimeters. We can calculate the number of tiles required using the formula area of the floor over area of the tiles. Hundred multiplied by 15 multiplied by 100 multiplied by 10 square centimeter upon 12 multiplied by 8 square centimeter. On simplification, it is 15,625. So correct option is D, 15,625. That is the number of the tiles required. Next is 8th question. A 1 kilometer long train is running at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour. The time taken by this goods train to pass through a 1 kilometer long tunnel is options 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes and 3 minutes. Here the total distance can be calculated by adding the length of the train and the length of the tunnel. Length of the train is 1 kilometer and the length of the tunnel is 1 kilometer. So total distance is 1 kilometer plus 1 kilometer, that is 2 kilometers. Look at the question. The speed of the train is given in kilometers per hours and the options are given in minutes. Let us calculate now. Speed of the train is 30 kilometers per hour and for time we have the formula distance over speed. Distance is 2 kilometers and speed is 30 kilometers per hour. 1 hour is 60 minutes. We can write it as 2 multiplied by 60 over 30. On simplification it becomes 4 and the correct option is A, 4 minutes. Next, ninth one. A dealer gets rupees 48 less if instead of selling a chair at a gain of 20%, he sells it at a gain of 15%. The cost price of the chair is rupees options 960, 900, 820 and 200. Here, to find out the cost price of the chair, we must find out the difference between the selling price of the chair at the gain of 20% and at the gain of 15%. Let the cost price be X. The dealer was to get 48 rupees more if he had sold the chair for 20%, but he sells it at a profit of 15% and gets 48 rupees less. For this calculation, we need to find the difference between the two selling prices, that is selling price at the 20% gain and selling price at the 15% gain. Selling price at the 20% gain is 120, that is 100 plus 20 is 120 x over 100, and selling price at the 15% gain is 115, that's 100 plus 15 and x over 100. We find the difference between these two. Now the difference between these two must be equal to 48. Now simplify these two now. Denominator 100 and in the numerator it becomes 120 minus 115 x, and that is 5x upon 100. That means 5x over 100 is equal to 48 and 5x is equal to 100 into 48, where x is equal to 100 multiplied by 48 divided by 5. That is equal to 960, and the correct option is A, 960. 10th question. The length, width and height of a water tank are 10 meters, 9 meters and 8 meters respectively. The tank is filled with water up to 6 meters height. The empty portion of the water tank is options 1 by 4, 3 by 4, 1 by 2 and 3 by 5. Here we see that the height of the tank is 8 meters, but it is filled only up to 6 meters. First we calculate the volume of the tank. Volume of the tank is the product of length, width and height, that is 10 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 8 cubic meter. Then volume of the tank filled with water is 10 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 6 meter cube. Filled portion of the tank can be calculated by dividing volume of the portion filled by volume of the tank. We get 3 by 4, and empty portion of the tank can be calculated by subtracting 3 by 4 from 1 and we get 1 by 4, and the correct option is A, 1 by 4. Thank you for watching the video.